Good day and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Togetherwerole.
Yay!
My name is Nicholas Wine, and I don't know what I'm doing. Kevin, help me out here.
We would like to thank JD Arts, RPG Elements, Corinne Milne, Okie Deer, and Julie O'Brien for supporting the channel. Some of the lovely artwork, miniatures, and other things that you will see were provided generously by them, and we thank them mightily for it. You will see links to them below. Lovely artwork, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
Support them because they're wonderful people. If you would like to support this channel, there are also links below on how you can do that. Through Patreon, OnlyFans, Venmo, you know, we're out there. There's a foot cam. And we also have a special presentation for tonight's episode.
That we do. So I want to thank here, we have EHR books. You recall the subclass characters that they were building here, these wonderful character cards. Well, they've actually combined all of them into a full Realms of the Ravensdaughter 5e companion guide. It has 13 subclasses from Artificer to Wizard. And here's the great part. In advance of the final release, there's a PDF that is now available out on ehrbooks.com, and for a limited time, you can just mention at checkout TWR-10. That would be a 10, so TWR in capitals -10 at checkout for 10% off of the advanced copy. And then the cool part is that once you get this advanced copy, they're going to send you a link when the final release comes out. So you get to use all the fun stuff now, and then all the extra goodies that go in, you're going to be able to get a download for free. So you're going to get it in advance for 10% off. But we're not done yet, or I should say they're not done yet.
Oh,
so
wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Not done yet.
Okay, so they've come up with these new things as well, and these are amazing. These are hardcover, brand new hardcover character journals, and this is only a sampling of just several of them. They've got stunning artwork, beautifully embellished, really nice hardcovers. So this is what's. Let me grab one. Go ahead and grab one here. Look at this. Okay. 130 pages.
Jesus,
It might actually hold my character sheet.
And they're heavy enough to assault your DM with.
There's like 10 pages of quick
Yes.
notes.
Oh crap! I have not seen these yet. These are amazing.
They are, yes. Now, here's the cool part. Look at the paper. Feel the paper. 70 pounds matte finished paper. So you're going to be able to write and rewrite and edit over and over again on this. It'll last a long time. Great, beautiful work. This is only 3 examples.
Oh my god! They've got multiple. So it's multiple characters. It's not one great character.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You can document 10 versions of yourself.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
In celebration of all of us becoming level 20 last week.
Well, not all of us.
Well, okay.
We still got a filthy 18 over here.
Filthy 18 guy.
I'm just a snack cart guy.
So I thought we didn't allow casuals.
EHR Books did this special for us, and it's available on her store at ehrbooks.com. This is custom for us, and notice the wood framing here to match our vintage barrel head.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is lovely.
Yeah. So anyway, we have.
Well, no. You get that over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you see, now I've got to buy. Oh, I don't have to buy one.
We get them.
One for you.
Oh, hell yeah!
Who wants to
Maybe
thank
we call this
EHR Books?
compensation. I call it.
EHR Books is awesome.
That's cool.
This is awesome. Ooh, it's got that nice smell.
So
We both smelled it.
That new character.
check them out.
Check them out.
In the description.
Back to you, Nicholas.
Oh, I'm too excited. Anyway, last time we left our intrepid adventurers, it has been multiple years. We just finished year 4 on the countdown. After this 4, it's 3. So we are about to enter the 3 years, 3 months to global apocalypse with the please don't hurt me growing Tarrasque in a vat known as the freaking Garden. Chamber.
Freaking
So
Garden?
cute. Anyway, so sorry, there's a
Why
puppy
didn't
down
we just
here.
go strangle it when it was a baby?
because it is 1,800 feet.
But enough about that. We
below
were
the
putting a ball.
mountain.
There was like 2 of us who could have made it.
We were playing City Sims, essentially. The Silver Menagerie went off and do various things to prepare/do what they want before the apocalypse happens in the City of the Forge, the City of Rise.
That's what we're doing this for.
There was at least one evening where Vedic ran naked through the whole city systematically.
Oh, yes. So,
How is that supposed to help? Let him cook.
a small list.
Should be
that, a small list that I made. You've dealt with the unsanctioned Fey presence / shenanigans. You've handled the overwhelming number of Vedic variants, constantly sprouting prophecy every now and again. Sorry. You hindered and found backdoors to 2 of the 3 acting leaders of the fanatic cult of the becoming god. As a result, the Church of the Perfecti seems to lessen their oppositions to you and the city as whole.
Insert your own jokes.
Sorry.
Backdoors into the clergy.
You found and eliminated an illicit presence within the city, along with the humiliating capture of one clone scientist illicit named Cesar, the one that got exploded by the meteor swarm. That guy.
He had a name. He had a name.
And
Had.
His name is
Oh,
Robert
he still
Paulson.
does. Trust me, what Nicholas is doing to him, he still has a name.
he's doing. That's not that. I don't want
That's
doing
too
that.
graphic for even our audience.
Apart from that, another layer sprouted on Vedic's home of the pyramid. Just magically, just
I put in a pool.
So that's 4 good for me and 1 my fault so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not right.
I actually calculated the dimensions of it. It's like I'll go into it in I'll find the notes in here, but I actually have the dimensions of what your home is now. You cleared the Mummy Queen of the second layer, got another
This is the
120,000
mug we
gold
got
pieces.
from the Mummy Queen.
Oh,
This
yay,
is the
more
mug we
gold.
got from
That's
the
what we
Mummy
need.
Then suddenly, at the same time as the Mummy Queen became a thing,
So was your mummy. You came up.
a 1 mile wide, 39 mile tall bean sprout
That's 2
replaced
for
a
my
mountain near Hardcover,
1 mile.
rocketing into the sky at supersonic speeds, and pierced,
that
and I do
fast.
mean pierced, a Cloud Giant's keep that rocketed into the sky is now sitting at low orbit of the planets.
Meet me.
I think the Cloud Giants might actually have trouble breathing up there.
You know, if they weren't
Magic. Would you guys stop doing math? Magic.
but all that is aside right now, Finley, to catch you up a little bit. Over the past few years, you have repeatedly showed your qualification as a member of the Reaping Blade.
You
Gathering
had to,
Intelligence.
because nobody believed you were a member. You had to, but these are my qualifications.
Qualifications. This is the third time
I'm
I'm
sorry
short
with the
today.
Silver Menagerie. You're not a member of the council. Even your boss is like, no.
It's like this.
Uh,
These are my qualifications.
yes.
You don't need to see my qualifications.
Through the various means of gathering intelligence, making procedures, and possessing the luck to find the way into opportunities, situations that you can act upon repeatedly. The various procedures and protocols, I'm just going to say overall, just to add to the story. You've made protocols to belong for looping into the Council of Temporal Thoughts. You've gathered resources to fight the Silver Menagerie as an emergency procedures in case of the worst case scenarios, because yes, the Silver Menagerie is a threat to the city as well.
Now we are at least a cosmic level threat at this point.
So through the various means being
We are the
inside,
ecological
I
threat.
assume you would loop in your boss and also the Council of the Temple Thought at the same time to gather the resources to make these procedures. Of
course.
Through your intel, you found ways due to like various reasons, you found ways to counteract prolonged mind controls, along with a series of plans and theoretical theories on anti-Vedic uprisings.
Yes.
Many of them involving copious amount of moderately fine, specifically moderately fine, not fine, moderately fine, alcohols and sugary carbs. Increasingly likely drunken warrior egg
Wouldn't stop,
protocols.
certainly delay.
Sometimes that's all you need.
There are carbs that aren't sugary, so you can specify.
Yes, you can.
Like grains.
Mhm.
They're carbs.
Funny enough, you also developed resources to allocate to mental wellness in specific specifically in favor for Swordmaster Spark's capabilities. Because
Swordmaster, that's a new one.
Oh
I got the
yeah,
idea from Todd. So.
yeah. Usually develop on a series of magical items to circumvent and or mitigate the supernatural Fey-based influences on Fey Lord Quinn's presence. Production of magical missile wands, potions of vulnerabilities, and scrolls of celestial banishment, along with a local pub specified meant to lure in Vedic variants to process, contain, and or eliminate, known as the Golden Tail Flame.
Nice.
And I'm going to say, since we're 3 years and 3 months to the apocalypse, I'm just going to give this to you now. As a result of your labor, you have you at some point go into your the office that is you're basically morgue is council member morgue, also spy master's morgue's office, where you go to the report, daily routine, yada yada yada, and through the series of starting the day, you go over there, haven't heard anything, which is unusual, and she is not in her office, but you do find a single piece of parchment that has been looked like hastily written and is currently vacant upon all resources that was personal to morgue in question. Like the office has been moved out.
Dear
You can read
penthouse.
You can read that aloud if you so
No
desire.
one was more surprised than I.
Never written a letter like this before.
Long-time admirer, first-time writer.
After considerable studying of the foreseeable threats to the nation of Hartkern, I, Morgan Soundmine, acting head of the House of Reaping Blades, retire effective immediately and place my successor. Fuck. Finley is immediately like, oh no. Finley Farlow to take the role of Spy Master and Council Member Representative of the House of Reaping Blades. Note that all administration staffing have been notified of this change in leadership. Congrats on your promotion, kid. Knock them dead. Fuck.
I got one of those.
I would say I really got the signature right, didn't I?
I got
So
one of
Finley immediately is like, fuck.
And immediately, as soon as you finish that reading, several other spy proteges, basically underhead representatives of like different organizations, part of the Reaping Blade,
Watchers.
basically watchers a little bit, come in and hand you a bunch of reports in like bunch of other papers. Basically,
No,
you
so-
are the head, and they know. Yeah.
I got a note like that one time, but all it said was, "They're your problem now." Signed.
And I was like, this bitch went on vacation.
Permanently. Boy, did you miss a meeting.
That's how I became Grand Knight of my Knights of Columbus Council. I missed the meeting where they were.
By the way, just make sure there's no misunderstandings. You are now a member of the Council of the Temper Thought that run the city of Harlow.
Hey, I'm a member of that, but I mostly just.
Well, no, you're part of the member of the Silver Menagerie, which is the.
No, remember, I got elected.
You did not get elected. You did
There
not.
was a populist uprising. There was a massive election. There are not actual elections for those those roles, but we staged an election, and I got myself elected, and I've been showing up to meetings.
Because of that, they said no, but we'll give you the role of the Silver Menagerie and make a new fucking division.
Yeah. No, so I tell everybody I'm a member of the community because I got elected. There was an election. People love me.
So,
I accept all these reports. I was just like, okay. I get on the desk and just surfer.
so that's your whole thing. And by the way, the first thing on the agenda is to basically summon the Silver Menagerie for an emergency meeting to talk about the Cloud Giant's assault on the city, along with the handlement of the influx of tourists that is currently happening.
Tourism.
Yeah, tourism. There's a giant fucking bean sprout in the sky. Where do you think Avengers are going to go? Ooh, look at that.
You can see that.
He may have gotten the notice of the giants, but it would have been in unison with me skidding into his office going, Finley, 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 Finley!
Perfect time. Go ahead.
You speak giant, right?
Yes, I just recently studied. I just finished studying, actually. I can't go corporeal, so she just shoves me through a window.
No, you haven't seen in Galaxy Quest, you know, where they... That's what it's like for you to travel at top speed.
So right now there are current draconic flying spelljammers. About 10 of them that are in the sky, not really attacking, but being just like a fuck you kind of people, just like creating a shield.
They're a deterring force.
They're an incurring force that is you don't know this at the moment, but apparently a ex-wife came over to visit and has some
has a life?
Their power.
Vedics.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Vedic has
Yeah,
life.
so there's a bunch of draconic spelljammer helms that you don't recognize, and a bunch of dragons are flying over the place that are actively fighting cloud giants that are 20 feet tall, giant blue-skinned dudes that are fully decked out in Greek armor and are currently like taking these bits of vapor gas, whispering in giant that are putting runes on the actual clouds, making it solidified and hardish, and throwing it at the dragons that are also like doing their own draconic magic. There's a full fucking. What do you mean problem? What am I gonna do with this? You're like on a deck of like some random spelljammer helm. There's a bunch of dragons.
Holding him, getting ready to
Oh,
send him
even
on
better.
the
Just
cloud.
Sets me down.
The best part of this is I don't think anyone other than Finley thought about the height difference between Todd and Finley as he was being drug along. Like the number of carts and people and other things that Todd just goes under and Finley's like flat.
Oh, no, it's just a straight up. Like, he probably gets thumped by a flag or two. But, like, it's legitimately move horizontally out window and meteoric rise, full dash. His hair is ruined. They're gonna have to shave him.
Did we just fire a Oh, it's Todd.
It's time.
He's leaving. Todd doesn't normally do this because Todd's normally incorporeal, but because he got Finley, he's leaving the little vapor trail there.
No, that's him screaming. That's his
What's a reverse Doppler effect called?
I'm no mathematician or anything, but wouldn't it be easier if like all of us went up there instead of just him?
Yeah, I'm gonna trust
Hey guys, back in the front. What happened? What happened?
Well,
Boulder, Cthulhu. Oh, nothing.
the other thing is, I wonder how far people can see the top of that thing from here.
I wonder how far I can see people from on top of that thing.
So very specifically, not invited. Not invited. You can get there if you want to go. So that's.
Like,
if you show up, I will kick you off the cloud. That's my current
Have you
stance.
played that game?
Just don't let the ball. You're fine. You're fine.
So
And then we're back
And
to the
that's my
turtle
cue.
falling.
Just
32 miles.
That's it. Fine.
32 miles.
You know, if we're gonna go deal with this, I'm gonna go get dressed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got costumes.
So, by the way, just to clarify, 39 miles tall at the top of it. Are you trying to fly to the the keep itself?
Everest like
That is at the
7
top.
miles or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
huge.
My
It's crazy.
intention is to make this Finley's problem.
Oh, yeah. Done.
It's already. I can't get down.
So, okay, no, yeah, you're flying up there. Go to make a
Space Station
perception / investigation check. Your choice on either.
Now, I'm also stealthing.
Oh, done.
You're like,
Yeah.
Compared to the dragons and the giants,
You're past
you don't register on like in terms of like problems, right?
Right.
28.
28. Okay.
39 miles.
For perception, that is a 25.
25. So both of you see at the same time. You slightly faster because you know like giants. Speaking a little bit of study with the giants, you know their language. Knowing the language, also you studied their culture a little bit. You're not a savant in terms of like giant culture and stuff like that. First of all, right off the bat,
You kind of pick up the cultural things too.
Exactly.
Like, where is the
So
biblioteca?
the
Where
worst
is
thing
the
that you could
giant
have done
library?
with a giant, if you wanted any sort of diplomatic relations, is not get dragons involved. That's already out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see that half of the.
Yeah, like you already see, you see silver dragon, like ice breath, a freaking cloud, to make it solidify, so it creates like a blanket, like almost like sky version of a trench, so that it creates like areas to go for dragon people to go around. At the same time, like various boulders and mixing with magic and voice of the sky lightning of just mystical class cloud giants are causing maelstroms to happen in the sky in terms of just controlling the weather. It is full-blown mythic level. This is not okay kind of thing.
This is a plot device for another campaign.
What
It
is?
really is. It really is.
It didn't have to be. You made that choice.
Yes. I made it
Yeah,
with
it's in the
glee.
I do want to say it takes us an hour to get up there.
31 miles.
Thank you for the calculation.
My voice is hoarse.
Yeah. But first
So,
thing
like,
I was
I give him a rundown.
After a while, I was just like,
However, that said, cloud giants are the most unified of the giant kin after the collapse of their society. A major society that only dragons and giants were able to survive because they were battling out trying to get superiority of the planet. Neither of them won. They both kind of disintegrated out of mutual destruction.
But there's been a lot of things that happen very similarly, like the War of the Burning Lands.
But cloud giants have a particular way of declaring war. They do send like parchment, but their size of parchment, of a declaration of war, and you notice that there's basically a like very much like a Zeus kind of thing, taking like arcs of cloud and lightning energy with a scroll in it and shoving it down all the way to the center of the city of Rose, the capital, towards your capital building. And the only reason why it doesn't hit is because it also hits a draconic spelljammer and makes it start to spin out as on its way down and spears head into like the city park.
That's great.
Yeah. So it's like, if you want any sorts of like diplomatic relations, you probably want to read that.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever he says, I facilitate physically.
Okay, I just hold on. Embrace myself. Okay.
Show the sky lightning, dragon breath.
Follow that thing.
Yeah. It's
And it's just
on the
like,
floor.
I come to a complete stop, tip over, and we go down. Like,
Screaming continues.
Yeah.
and the whole reason that the dragons are there is because I became friends with Benedict's ex-wife. And
What? Excuse me.
Yeah. So you eventually get there, and nothing is deterring you. After like 1,000 feet plus up in the sky, that's when it kind of calms down.
I know we joke about the Wile E. Coyote thing, but I actually think that Finley probably has a little something. What? What? Oh no. What?
All right, I'm ready.
Knife.
You ready yet?
If he comes out dressed as one of the Ninja Turtles,
All right,
how are you gonna sit?
I'm coming in a bathroom.
And it's a sea turtle, but it's still adorable.
you already tipped over the backdrop on me. Now you gotta have this insult.
Active release.
All right. My good God. My God. Now it is as big as he is.
Reduce the size of that thing by taking out the front part of it.
You can actually put his
My turtle in the turtle.
God, that's a throwback.
Okay.
Okay, no.
Okay.
The best
now,
part about this is
I got nothing. Fucking wow.
the result of this. Okay, next week we're all doing it. So like he's gonna come.
I need a full set of
Hobbit
armor.
gear, right? He's gonna be in a bathrobe. You're gonna be dressed as the Tin Man from Wizard of the Oz. Funnel under your head. I've got rape. I can do the
Many
medieval
times.
ranger. You're
Yeah.
just gonna have bunny ears. Like that's it.
Yeah.
There we go. That works.
I'll just put on a bald cat and red robes. That's all.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Anyway, so you get there, family, no problem. People are going, this is some weird shit. But they're moving on, it's been going on for weeks, this battle in the sky. The security seems to be holding up. The city of the nation of Hardcover, let's just put it this way. This level of power, you haven't seen the system in play that we did last time. But for the rest of you, the system that you've been gathering resources, gathering momentum, gathering support, yada yada yada, knocking out problems, you are fully ready to create a new city for Hardcover, the nation. But it goes into the argument: do you want a crunch point, or do you just want a jawbreaker when the situation comes into the fact of the apocalypse is here? That is up to you to decide. You're looking at a parchment paper that is literally 15 feet wide and like 5 feet width.
Let's scroll.
And it's just full-blown Thor style of like lightning and cloud, and it is still kind of caked together, and it's like solidified cloud energies that have giant runes all over the place that seem to vibrate with the voice of various gurgly chanting giant men, giants. It's just giants.
It's just
Giant.
labeled
Yeah, the
giant.
language of giants is what I'm trying to get across.
Which is
It's
giant.
just giant.
It's just
That's
giant.
just what it's called. It's giant.
Gianties.
Just giant.
It's
Yes.
just giant.
So, yeah, it's just currently like it's replaced the fountain like at the center of this turn
That's
street.
nice. Now it's getting wet.
Yeah.
I have a strength of 8.
I help him set it up.
I can't really move it
I
myself.
help him set it up.
Roll
We
Arcana.
get it to the point.
I envision a
I
giant.
Roll
know,
Arcana.
I know it's paper.
He said, roll Arcana.
Roll
I
Arcana.
think a ketchup packet implies more volume than
Can we get
yes.
someone who knows more?
Can I help him?
Yes, you can.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Oh, great.
But I just love that you're just looking at this thing like,
I was like, what am I gonna do with it? 19.
19? Okay. With Giant, the DC was 15 because you can actually read a little bit of language. Knowing the magic of the Giants is a little mythical portion and no one really knows, especially when it's like, they call you bitty folk, and they don't work with bitty folk.
I find that offensive.
It's supposed to be offensive.
No, they're racist. It's on
100%.
purpose.
That's why they
Especially with the Cloud
took
Giants.
the land.
Yeah. The Cloud Giants are not the most powerful of the races, but they think the most
They want to be
highly
above
of themselves of all the giant kin.
I'm glad you specified because I've met Vedic. There's no way the giants think more highly
Why
of
do you think
themselves.
dragons and giants don't get along? Anyway, so basically you unfurl this and it takes like a whole city street kind of thing. It's a long parchment. And it's turned into like a whole thing.
I start
Everyone's
flagging
coming
down
over.
carts. I'm like, make the streets clear. Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna maneuver you like this along with the text.
Perfect. So,
and I just like I see this and I think about saying I could move on my own, but then I just accept it.
so it basically boils down after, you know, phylactery, etiquette, and yada yada. It basically boils down to the esteemed ruler of giants, Dubog, finds this to be a personal attack to his future inauguration as Master of Giants, scheduled not even a week away. Learn your rightful place as Biddy folk and be ground under his heel. It's a declaration of war.
Great.
Oh,
Because
good. So we
all
can
they
hold
know
up.
is that their Cloud Fortress just got fucking spearheaded by a
I
supersonic.
would like a cloud fortress.
uh,
I would like a cloud fortress. I was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking those words.
Yeah, literally they got spearheaded by a giant fucking plant.
Sure,
And now
we
they're
can
like
use
super
that
high in this atmosphere, and all they know is that we are under attack. And then a bunch of
How do you
dragons
knock
show
it
up.
down? You need to take out
Okay.
the 1 mile thick speed.
And the dragons aren't
first.
They're not with us.
No, they're a temporary force, and by the end of this year, they will be gone.
Good.
Because it's costly.
I would like the fortress.
You want the fortress? And I will say this.
I will use that as an asset.
With that 27 investigation, you know a little bit about Harkern's forces. They're very trench-oriented, ground. They're very like, we will stick the dirt, and we will stick into the trenches, and we don't really move. This is in the fucking atmosphere.
Yeah.
Even like sky ships that you know can't really get that high. You need spell jammers,
Yeah.
which is a very new technology that you've been alleviated from. But apparently, like, you know, Vedic is like extra like planetary, you know, people. Like that's like another thing on the subject. Your city will not be able to handle this effectively as soon as the draconic vessels leave.
Right.
And they seem to be holding them at bay, but someone, basically an attack squad.
Good. We're good.
Someone's in the background, like testing out a new door system. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I was like looking over.
Yeah,
Do you mind?
We're the shopping district.
Yeah, you are now. You're going to need a task force to go up there into the Cloud Fortress and handle this.
Oh, great!
Now,
I happen to know just the
handling
force.
this, handling this is up to you.
I don't know how to drive this.
Whatever happens,
Yeah.
no way I could predict it. But the best chance of making it not destroy everything. I would convene the council. That sounds like a bunch of.
Well, the council members are in the freaking chamber. They're in the Chamber of the Rose and going, did you get them?
Great. Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's active thunderstorms and rains happening right now. We're having flooding problems.
Yeah. So the thing is, the giants are mad.
Oh, congratulations on your promotion, by the way.
Thanks.
And they're like giving handshakes and everything. And,
Yeah. So anyway, the giants are mad.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. It used to be the mummy with the two mummies. Sorry, with two a mummy lord and a mummy queen, and now we're dealing with
Yeah.
giants and the beansprout. By the way, right now the person that's talking to is Glancer, which is the House representative beyond this cog. And he does a little bit of calculation. So I did a little bit of calculation. So of like a 39 mile tall bean sprout, that thing can be seen like over 3,700 miles away.
Right.
So we're about to become the
Who
hotspot
other
of a
than
new.
me can see that far?
Yeah. Well, point is,
Telescopes,
Birds.
my concern is
things in the stratosphere.
adventurers.
Other spot
Adventurers
guys?
are going to look at something and go, "I want to see what that is," and they're going to come over here, and they're not exactly respectful. And I know what you are, Silver Menagerie, but you're not Silver Menagerie.
Right.
They're not fucking respectful to the local powerhouses.
No, they're not.
We are the local powerhouse.
So good news on that front. My plan is to send the local biggest powerhouse up to deal with the angry giants that I was talking about. We are technically at war, I think, because of that, by the way. It's currently taking up 5th Street. If you can read giant, if you can read giant, it'll tell you right there.
Yeah, they don't even have to walk out. They just open up the window, see it, like freaking, just like, man, almost read it from there.
Mushroom cloud, not the market.
The beanstalk kind of broke a castle before a guy was going to be
It
a
also
king.
took part of the mountain with it.
Also took part of the mountain. They
By the
don't
way,
care
are
for
the
it.
goblins that were on the peripheral of the... You need to check about the goblins.
I have a guy on it.
They might. They might.
25% of their number have been destroyed, and they do not care.
Perfect.
It's like an average Tuesday for them.
It really is. By the way,
Seriously, they're climbing the beanstalk right now. They're having a great
so
time.
yeah, they were.
They're following.
How far they made it?
The funny thing is, they lost like their numbers when they first got here. They were about
They're
to get back to
somehow
numbers.
more.
They lost those numbers again, so they're at the same number value right now.
Yeah.
But now they're resistant to cold damage, and they can live in thin atmospheres with no problem. And they're
I'm
expert.
making space goblins.
Yeah. So fun.
Sorry, the goblinoid voice you had with that was just now making space guy.
And just like that,
That's
we're playing
Tim.
Warhammer
That's
40k.
Tim. That's Goblin Tim. Yeah, he's at the top.
I'm
gonna make space goblins.
My brain immediately went, Rhodians?
God. So yeah, that's a whole thing. Continue.
Yeah, beanstalk powerhouse gonna deal with it. Maybe I don't know what they're gonna do, but we're gonna fix it. Maybe
We. You speak giant. We, not they. We.
we. Maybe not them.
Really good to see you, Todd, again. Model comes up and says hello.
I look over. I didn't know Todd was there.
He,
Like, I've just been reporting and
yeah. And
I
But it's always been with a different hat.
I have one for each union.
should we just get the rest of the the Silver Menagerie with the council so that we're not playing telephone hotline, I guess?
You want to talk to them?
No, but I'd rather them take care of this now and not to, work against them, in theory.
Okay. Origami bird goes up.
Origami bird.
I catch this bird, I'm like, oh, what's this? And like, Fennec's like, it's not edible.
No, stop. Drop it.
So you all get this paper mache folding bird, guys. And you've been summoned by Finley to... Finley,
No, this is a wedding
representative
invitation,
of the
sorry.
House of the Reaping Blade, as a council member, to have a formal meeting
In
with
parentheses after that is yes, I have to write the whole thing.
Yes, you have to let them to have an emergency council meeting.
Vedic,
What?
the council has summoned us.
It's 9 a.m.
Clearly to give us praise for all the wonderful things.
Lightning!
Kaboom!
I solved
for
4
praise.
problems.
I-
I solved 4
I
problems. Okay.
sincerely doubt.
I made 1,
2.
solved 4. Well, I solved that one. Also got solved. Though.
But you made the problem
That's-
first.
Sure.
Doesn't stop it from being solved.
That's okay with elephants.
Until you remember problems
I
I thought
highly
for having
doubt
it created.
Pause for Thunder that praising us, Pause for Falling Boulders, is very high on their priority. Pause for Crashing Dragons.
A goblin.
Tell me what is
flies
high on their priorities. Alright.
Shall we?
All right.
So
Hold on, I'm going to go get dressed.
I'm just excited that you kept the shorts on when you came out in the loincloth, so thank you for that. did not need that level of
So-
commitment to the bit.
You all convene under the Colossus Rose, which is the name of the city because of her sacrifice. You meet Coil, you meet Glancer, you meet Finley, that is now sitting at the table. You meet Query, you meet Model.
I'm sitting in moisture, but there's like several cushions on top, so I can see over the council table.
You also meet
Facing.
Bear, and then Phillips, the sea elf that was recently elected into the Council of Temple Thought. And, you know, there's an awkward moment, everyone looks, and they kind of look at Finley.
I'm just as shocked as you guys.
You asked, hey, you're shocked. Hang on to that. Just that sense of wonder and excitement.
Hold on to that feeling.
Hold on to that for as long as you can.
I am. I am very often.
Because when you've been at this for as long as I have, it's just.
I'm wondering what are they going to build another statue for us?
Well, the last one has
That
a frog
must
where
be
Vedek's supposed to be.
Indeed.
So,
I thought it was a fish.
Fish with it.
actually, Philip,
Quantum
the sea
superposition
elf,
between frog and fish.
the sea elf Philip, no, that's not his real name, that's his common name. Philip goes, so I'm going to be the one that actually speaks because you are relatively new to me. We've met before, I understand that, but I have to ask that, what in the aquatic gods are we going to deal with that? I don't even, the memory source is in order to handle it, should we just,
Let us cook.
what? No,
We can
cooking
handle
is
it.
my thing. That
No,
was
no,
part
we
of
can
my
handle this.
election moments, alright?
Oh,
Look,
you got elected to that bogus election too? You're welcome.
you mean your bogus election that was not official and you just started making up stands
Hey,
in random
you're
streets?
just mad because I won in a landslide.
I think it's a little flustered, like,
Yes, indeed.
It doesn't matter.
There's only one vote against.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't vote for you.
the only reason why you
Go ahead, tell the people it wasn't
you
your
got a
election.
landslide because you didn't even put my name in the freaking. Never mind.
What is
Look,
It was 100% write-in
What about-
election. It's not
one
my
of
fault
our
mine was already
mountains,
written.
one of our mountains
I
has
will
been
eventually
replaced by a
get-
bean sprout with giants at the top that had declared war with us, officially declared war with us, with random dragons in the sky that are currently blanketing the area that is making sure that we don't get a hit first. Soon as the dragon's going to be here forever. Who's the dragon? Who do the dragons represent?
Gotta tell you, dragons in the sky, fantastic, Johnny Cashlon.
I think we can deal with these dragons a lot
Like,
easier than
okay.
we can deal with the giants, because
So-
the giants are
The
racist.
dragons
So,
represent my friend, and she
In the sky.
is providing us enough space for Finley to make decisions.
Okay, that wasn't Johnny Cash.
The entire council looks towards
Ghost
Finley.
Riders in the sky.
Whoosh.
I think it'd be really.
I really wish you'd.
I believe it would be a tactical advantage.
Okay, we need to like.
I believe it would be a very good tactical advantage for us to commandeer that vessel.
You mean the Cloud Fortress?
Exactly.
Why?
That's not-
Well, they were up there minding their own business, as far as we know, when
They declared war. We're defending
they
ourselves.
declared war.
Yes.
We're the ones that shot a damn 1 mile wide.
down the
They
council
blamed
table
the nearest
to
thing. That was
you.
not our
What?
fault.
I want
Nothing
you to
was
know that
shot.
this is.
They
it's
blamed
an
the nearest
expected
thing. It was their
response
decision.
from
You are correct. That's Johnny Cash.
This is
He's
not
the original.
me.
This is an act of self-defense.
So, while I recognize that this mountain
You look at the council that are currently passing around notes right now.
While I recognize that a mountain being replaced by a beanstalk that has inadvertently declared war on a Cloud Giant Citadel that is currently raining destruction on your city, defended only by a group of dragons whose loyalty you neither understand nor fully can trust, is a rather momentous occasion for you. For us, it's your average Sunday.
You know, frankly, yes, it is. After the Mummy Lord and the Mummy Queen, and then we also had
His name was Frank.
Frank the Mummy Lord. Let that be put
Put
down
some
in
respect on his name.
I just think that we're dehumanizing somebody, and I don't think
Dehumanized himself.
he was a mummy, not a lich.
He wasn't a human
Other
either.
people mummied
Other
him.
people dehumanized him.
Okay. That aside, with a little bit more information, maybe like takes a physical breath or just like. Okay.
What's a non-physical breath look like, Nick?
Through the gills.
Constipation.
Through the gills.
Anyway. Phillips at the moment, and
That's constipation, right?
we as Heartturn have no active capabilities to handle this, and we ask, as the Council of Temple Thought, to ask the Silver Menagerie in type of extraordinary times to please fix this.
Okay.
Like we do.
Standard rates and fees apply.
Standard rates and fees.
What do you want?
We've already got our castle. Of course we're gonna help you.
I just realized that
They're attacking our house.
well, like any one of us is probably individually has a net worth greater than this entire city.
I was thinking that too. I was like, what could you possibly want? Sitting there, I was like, I've been to your house.
Pay me for this.
Our standard rates and fees is we're going to keep whatever it is we
Like, since
acquire.
joining the council,
We
I
have
took a
never
look at the
actually-
treasury. I was like, I think you guys are richer. I don't know what you
we
want.
never actually charged the city anything. I don't think we've ever even received a reward for the stuff we do because what we do generally pays us in its own
Items,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unless you're going full scorcher policy,
And if we
which
don't need it,
sometimes
then
you've
we give
done,
it to the city.
But even then, there's still wealth somewhere.
I'm like flipping through papers. I was like, I don't know what they could.
You just see the tax right out.
What do you give to someone for someone that has everything?
I would like to point out that you guys are taking Vedic very literally about something he said, and it's like you've forgotten the last however long you've known him.
It's been a while.
I'm sorry. Who planted beans?
You
Was
got
it
a
Vedic?
house out of it.
It's true.
we might have a
Hold on.
keep out of it.
For timeout?
Let me go.
Was it Vedic that
No,
planted
it was
No.
me.
Yeah, it was her.
Really?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
which is why I took them out of the city proper and I put them into a location where it wasn't likely to cause any damage. And how was I supposed to know that it was gonna do that?
2 miles away, we've been fine normally.
You did not tell me that there were cloud giants living up there. Otherwise, I would have picked a different location. Because I gotta tell you, I've been up there, and they weren't there before that. So I am of the opinion, given my extensive familiarity with magic and bullshit and the cross section of those two things, that the beanstalk made the castle when it broke it.
It was that when we got it.
So
It was there before that.
I'm here like
I
taking
think
notes.
this qualifies as more of an agricultural
Creating-
accident than anything else.
Again, this is why
The good news
Got
is,
it.
we're taking the Cloud Keep because it's an act of self-defense.
the good news is I've recently formed OSHA.
OSHA.
I'll come up with it in a minute.
Oh no. Yeah, we'll get to that.
We
when
did.
get to that.
We had a good one for it.
Yeah. So we'll get back to the city sims in a moment. But right now we're currently slowed down to deal with the one problem that.
Blame me all you want. I'll pay whatever fines you want. I don't care. I came to find Finley because Finley is the one who can handle it. And you guys clearly think that because you put him on your council. So, can we just let Finley do what
All in favor of
Finley's
making this
gonna
Finley's
do?
problem?
Yeah.
Bye.
You guys outnumber them.
I love that Finley was the one that summoned us to deal with it. We're like, yeah, we'll do it. Finley, go ahead.
Consider this a trial by fire.
I'm very supportive.
I'm like,
By the way, Finley.
Would you like help?
this is what I expected, but still.
By the way, Finley, the chairs are not even to your size yet.
it's not. I have cushions.
We're gonna invent a bus to throw you under
I
it.
have cushions, and I still don't make it over the council table.
Yeah.
I know how you feel, but in reverse.
The simple fact is, even though you fully expected it, it's no less disappointing.
It's like, I had hope.
Go ahead,
That was my fault.
So make a persuasion check with advantage.
We're making it your problem, but we're 100% going to assist you, but we don't want the blowback when it fails.
21.
21. Okay, DC was a 20. So
Deniability.
the council just go. You literally half the council go. As soon as they like make Finley problem. So
Yeah, throw it on the new guy.
Yeah, new guy. Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, all right.
I would like to pull out a happy promotion cake.
Oh, we have one upstairs. You think I jest?
There's 2 cakes, one for promotion, one for...
Bless you.
You have a promotion cake and a demotion cake.
So, Finley, you are
You
now
put them together, but I have to
alone.
figure it out.
You are now alone with the ruling cleared. The rest of the Council of Temple Thought have left. You are the only remaining Council of Temple Thought as the House representative of the Reaping Blade.
I put forward the motion to put myself in charge of the save the city from the fucking Cloud Giants.
Yes, this is your first
Everyone
and
say
possibly
aye.
last.
Aye.
Yeah, as a representative of a house, and when I say house, there's like houses that is part of the city. So you are a house that controls a section of the city. So you are currently a representative of like
It's just like
of like
news is
50,000 souls.
The good news is there's half as many houses that you have to worry about.
What? What?
We're gonna have a really big one in the sky. It'll be fine.
So this is your
Are you
first
looking-
motion
are
and
you-
possibly last motion.
Vedic, are you
Oh, I know
looking
that. I know
for?
what the keep is now.
You're, Vedic,
keep it
you're,
in the New
you're
York school.
looking for a replacement house for your
You teach me
old
about it,
one,
Jen.
aren't you?
No.
Base jumping.
I mean,
You just
Aero glide
said
units.
it.
yeah, but if we gave it to the school and the orphans, where am I going to sleep? I really need a place that I can really just
Spread
stretch
your
out.
wings.
Thank
It was
you.
their house before. Why are we going to take it? We're the ones.
This
we're
is
the
an
bad
act of
ones.
self-defense. They have declared war. We are counter-invading.
Stop saying that we're gonna do anything. Finley hasn't told us what
Oh,
we're
that's
gonna
right.
do.
Finley, I'm sorry. Why am I trying to make this my problem? Finley.
I should have taken charge of.
Provide legal exculpability for us.
I don't think there's any legal precedent for what we're about to do.
It's never a war crime the first time.
Well,
That's
correct. Do we get in trouble for killing a bunch of giants that we created by planting a bean? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. I don't think there's ever been a law
If
written
a
for that kind of
rabbit
thing.
plants a bean in a forest and it doesn't grow a beanstalk, are any giants actually wounded?
By the way, I want to go on note that since you are now a formal council member, you do hear a person notarizing.
I just hear like scribbling up, and I look over like,
And it's and the person notarizing is right there.
Yeah.
We have a stenographer.
Hey, you hear the click, 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 but it's actually just like happening. Like there's just a
It's
keyboard
just a
on
word
the
for
chest.
Oh yeah, it's a Warforged person. You know it.
He's holding a spindle. It's just going from him to the
And
spindle.
and the coil of paper is curling up like an ear right here.
No, if you really want to get down to it, it's actually the part of their lower jaw is where the paper fits into, and they don't actually have to move their fingertips.
It's just their top.
It's
It's
their
oh
top
yeah,
teeth.
their teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like body horror style kind of thing because they're also very spindly, so that their arms can like go much more longer than you expect to grab new pieces of paper, seamlessly transferring out. As you guys continue this conversation,
I just look over like, that's horrifying. Anyway, do we have any ideas?
Yeah, because it's like this tall.
So,
yes,
okay, ideas that have been proposed.
Right.
War,
War. Got
Not
that.
war.
We're already at war.
not war.
These are very.
Steal their house, and
I feel like that's part of a war. I feel like that falls under war.
I don't think that Vedic considered it necessary for us to do war.
I don't
for him
think
to
Vedic
steal their
considers a
house.
lot of things.
I just,
Vedic's like, let's
look,
just
I'm
teleport it
just
away and let
listing
them
the
all fall.
ideas, okay? I'm just
They
listing
wouldn't
the
let me
ideas.
You're right.
teleport
I'm
the
sorry.
city before. They're not going to let me move this way.
No,
Make it Gabon's
we're a
problem.
Cloud Giant one.
Make it Gabon's problem.
And
You're thinking about it.
You know.
Holding up to get
I think that's it. I think those are the 3 ideas on the table. Are there any other ideas?
I'll of course propose the diplomatic solution.
That's not war.
I don't know that he understood that not war meant diplomacy.
Yes. Okay.
No, that's valid.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah. If war and
Even he's
Steel
like, yeah,
House are separate. If
No,
war
I'm
and
all
Steel
for
House
it,
are
like,
separate, then
that
not war
was
and
gonna jump
diplomacy
school
are
to
separate.
like
Yeah, that
skydiving.
makes sense. That's solid.
We can have like air units that are on gliders that come off and just glide right over.
Recruit.
Is your strategy for
We
diplomacy?
have giants to recruit.
Enslave.
No!
Just checking.
I just want to take the temperature in the room about slavery.
There's a tiny little rabbit punch in the back of your head.
Hi, I'm a Warford. I was enslaved for the better part of my...
Just, you know,
Hi,
we're
I'm a turtle. I was enslaved for most of my life.
Also enslaved, just
Read the room, man. Read the room.
Understood.
so
I just want to make sure we're all in the same position.
So if the paper is coming in and you're getting active reports of like what how much it's costing for basically the deterrent of this of the giants in general, because they're not just assaulting in one direction, and
It's a
they're
drain
all
on resources. Yeah.
it's a strain of resources and also trade routes.
skip.
And there's already reports of like random adventurers that are coming over to.
Oh, I don't even need to see it.
Trade.
Yeah, you don't, because it's kind of just -10 across the board.
I've dealt with this before.
I think I know who would be great at handling the random adventures that are coming in.
That's an evil laugh. I like
It was
the
very
smile there.
evil.
Oh, yeah. The goblins.
Yeah, they're just gonna corral with some vicious raptor strikes and make the landscape seem generally threatening in the approach of their beanstalk that they are defending.
Would that deter it or make it more fun for the adventurers?
Yeah, see, I was
A
going
hobgoblin on a raptor going after your average
That is
adventurer
true. Yeah, that's just what
is
you're making
not
That does sound terrifying.
Yeah, that's
maybe
terrible.
level
It does weed out the weak, and only the more powerful ones show.
right.
the other side of
But
that
those
is,
ones are going to be strategic, and we might want to
That's
recruit
called
them.
natural selection.
the other side is Quinn has nailed several signs around the beanstalk that says Adventurers Guild Pass required beyond this point, and like instructions to go to the. Because remember, I have Fly By Night Enterprises.
Oh, yeah.
I have the Adventurers Guild in town, so that like
Advertisements.
Oh wait, shoot! I gotta go join the Adventurers Guild. So then they're gonna come like, oh no! You want to go to the beanstalk? Yeah, I get that. Nobody starts out at the beanstalk, and they just get recruited into Fly By Night for all the other bullshit.
I love
You have to
this.
make it a rank now. Beanstalk rank.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, and we're going to if anyone
Like an endorsement on your driver's license.
Stock climber.
Yeah, there we go.
if anyone wants to actually climb the beanstalk, we'll actually have to have licenses. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll recruit the devastated mothers of Erosia, the DMV, and have them issue licenses.
You gotta go through.
Finley, you
You
get
don't know
so
if they all
much.
have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they all have. Yeah, and they're not
write
great
that.
names. Those are things like slut, MILF.
Sorry, we're
Yeah, so
the fourth wall is being broken in house because it's a live studio
fourth wall.
audience.
Today's episode of Together We Roll is filmed before a live studio audience.
yeah,
Are we the audience?
So
Anyway,
we're not speeding up.
That was the
We've
audience.
slowed down to deal with the current situation that the city physically cannot handle without you leaving to go take care of.
That's
All right.
exactly what we're going to
So
do.
we'll have those plans of like what you want to do
Am I
later
correct
for the
in that
future.
you're...
But at the moment, being the council member handling this, you get the reports of like this is how much resources it's taking across the board.
Yeah, so this paper right here says that we're fucked. Is your plan for diplomacy to go up and fuck the Cloud Giant?
What?
That's
Not out of the question.
never like necessarily plan
You're
A.
asking what, like this isn't a common thing.
It's not necessarily plan A, but you know what? I've got some headlamps.
Okay.
Unless he fucks it with this whole body, I think the giant's
That's the
gonna be
headlamp
It's the
joke.
headlamps.
I think we
Grab him by the feet and
I think we go for diplomacy. And when that probably fails, we move on to...
There's something to be said about speed bag and a clitoris.
So the notary is
Why
Black
do none of
away.
you fucking magic users say enlarge reduce? Like,
I know. No one was looking at Eck for being the big phallic, but no.
We assumed you would have.
I
no
always get overlooked.
We would assume you would have no problem with Cloud
to
Giant.
be happy at the end of it. You stick your foot in your mouth in such an impressive display of acrobatics that we see your toes out your ass.
Man, she's good.
So
But she, you're reading me like a transcript.
reading you like an adventurer's journal.
Would you read that back? I would like the court to read that.
You hear it ding.
in a slightly almost like anime voice
I got a
starts
system
reading
that I
off
will not be
the
integrated called Bob. I'm not the battery operated
All
boyfriend.
right, we're still trying to figure out what we doing. What we doing, buddy?
I was pulling out the pixie. Will you have them ready the lawn dart?
I'm pretty sure we're moving forward
Oh,
with
I forgot it was
diplomacy, and
Mondo.
that when that inevitably
When that inevitably fails, we go with my plan,
I don't know about that.
which is I get a new lawn.
We go with a plan that we work
If
out.
nothing else, diplomacy gets us into, a more reasonable combat.
Diplomacy gets us in the door so that we can blow up the door.
Leave it.
Dog goes.
Okay,
Not
It's
just
like
dog,
South
being on track. All right then. What are we doing? Are we grabbing the lawn
We're
dart?
grabbing the lawn
We're
dart
grabbing the lawn
and ascending
Yes.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
under formal flags of truce.
Great.
Formal flag of truce.
I left my.
Idiots go
I left my
marching one
flag.
by one. Hurrah.
Okay.
Thanks,
So-
buddy. Audience,
Idiots go
the
marching
gerund or
one by
whatever,
one.
good at lunch or something. Whatever you do.
Yeah, like several like the entire like desk area, like half the desk gets up with like small little feet and just
Even the desk?
You'd really think that it would have lowered down for you if it was sentient.
It's not fully adjustable.
I'm just like
Those are
looking
the
at my
Mark
desk
IIIs.
now, like, are
They're only
you
Mark IIs right now.
alive?
Mark IIs are still works. They're
you see a bunch of
kind of
buttons.
expensive. They're not like
Like
the
oh sorry, you see
ones.
like a bunch of like levers, like steampunk levers. It like folds in half,
Oh no, man! It's
goes
not
into the
Mark IIs.
floor, kind of goes up.
We'll worry about that later.
Yes, it
Then
does
we
change
have a
height.
side quest,
Now
understand
I'm sad that I
chair.
was like trying to.
Understand lifting mechanism.
We've all seen the Austin Powers where he struggles with the chairs, isn't it?
Yes, yes. So you get to the SS Lawn Dart, the draconic spelljammer dreadnought that can house quite a number of people. Do you still have the printoutable thing that?
I do.
Good. So, basic crew are not fighters. The soldiers that you had last time, those were part of the city
Oh,
forces.
that's right. This one's the lollipop.
The lollipop.
Yeah, the
But
good
it's a
ship.
lawn dart.
It's
It's
a
been
good ship.
renamed.
no, it was the lollipop. It's the good ship lollipop. The lawn dart was our ship, and then we acquired
Right.
the dreadnought, which
Yeah.
is the lollipop.
Okay, so it's still the lollipop.
Yeah.
So we have the lollipop and the jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Which is the draconic dreadnought.
Yeah.
Right now, it is staffed with basic crew, which is still a lot of crew. In order to make this ship run on like a consistent,
50 crew
it takes 50 people
For the
alone.
lawn dart?
for the
Lollipop.
lollipop.
Lollipop, I think it'd be more than that.
That is bare
Minimum
minimum.
crew.
Oh, minimum.
Minimum to
That's
operate.
not. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
soldiers.
skeleton.
Wait a
That's-
second.
yeah.
Hold on.
Skeleton crew.
Do you know how to speak giant?
Yes.
Great, good. Had to double check that real quick. I was like, wait a
I
minute.
can work it. I can.
Wait, you
It's
speak
old,
giant?
it's old ignorant. He said who doesn't. I said who doesn't speak giant, and
You
everybody
didn't
raised their hand.
speak giant when I asked you last time.
No, but I'll bet they speak Draconic.
I do. No, I,
You're probably right.
did you
I
ask me
They'll
last
probably
Yeah.
insult you thoroughly.
And you,
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Sylvan, Giant, Infernal.
This is the thesaurus.
okay.
Oh, what?
No.
Rangers, they get a lot of languages.
Well,
Yeah,
Bard
but-
gets a bunch, and then I got some extra language proficiencies from some of the feats that I took.
He's compensated.
Advertising.
I want to be able to flirt in every damn language. Thank you.
My question is
Read off
there
a grocery list in
anyone,
Elven
like,
and some human
apart
picture
from you guys,
speaking the
going in terms of
terms.
like a attack force, and apart from the basic crew, they know how to like work the cannons, they know how to work the ship. But if a Cloud Giant boards, they go, they run. Is there any like soldiers that you want to bring onto that?
I'll bring a contingent of warlocks.
Okay.
At least at
So
that
you're-
point we've
you're-
got somebody who can pilot the ship without us.
Your patron, okay.
I don't think my order of food carts is going to help out in this situation. So,
Unless you have flying ones.
I will let
not
you
currently
know.
working on that actually.
Your food cart
Oh.
people, like they're part of
here's
the
Edra, by the
culinary
way.
art stuff.
Oh, is that what that is?
They literally were clutch
And
in
here's,
like 5 different missions. Like when we were hunting down the illithid dude,
Might be
they
this order.
recognized
I forgot about
recognized
those.
that there were little squiggly wormy things in it, and they were like, "Don't eat that."
Don't eat that.
I realized yesterday when I was looking at my character sheet when it was like, oh, make sure you're leveled up and all that. There are fewer spells that I don't have access to than I do.
All right.
That's funny.
Not that I have available, but I have access to bard spells, wizard spells, ranger spells, druid spells, cleric spells.
Yeah.
I have access to this.
So, by the way, if you're bringing any of your patrons, now that we have a little bit more story for them, if you want to remake them into something else, go right ahead. These are old builds.
You mean our warlocks?
I mean, I like that the average my average warlock is more charisma, has a better charisma modifier than I do.
That seems on brand.
That seems on brand.
That's very on brand, yeah.
All right, we'll just. It's not going to come up, but I will take a look at it.
So you're bringing up your patrons, which is 6 people right now.
Cool.
You have a group of assassins that are currently available for you to help you with this if you want them.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, so Finley's assassins.
Just for the sake of interesting, what level are they?
It should say it on there.
So this is accurate to just the
it should they should be level 6 if not.
These guys are gonna
higher.
die.
Oh, 100%. These are,
Look at that. I inherited this order of assassins. I like looking at the roster. I'm like, these guys are gonna fucking die.
it's part of the, you're part of the assassins. You know you're gonna die eventually. It's
Yeah,
part
but
of the
he
course.
died twice in the last fight he was in.
And he lived somehow. Why do you think he's the spy master now? At this point, are you all taking your patrons and calling it that? Or are you bringing any
Do
additional
you mean
organization?
warlocks? You keep saying patron.
Patrons are warlocks, yes.
That's not.
Sorry, warlocks, yeah.
Warlocks have a patron.
We are the
Yes,
patrons.
you
Are we
are the
bringing
pa-
out
you are
warlocks,
the
or do you mean
patrons.
are we bringing the organizations of which we are the patron?
It's up to you.
I'm not bringing any of my organizations.
Okay.
I'm just going by myself.
I'm probably gonna get fired after this, so I'm bringing these guys.
I was going to. I forgot Flint was even a thing. I was going to dismiss him.
Yeah,
so I got
you're
the
still
hard
there.
cover.
He's just kind of in the city doing stuff.
Yeah, he's dismissed. He doesn't. I will
Honestly,
absolutely go and
probably
dismiss him.
aren't gonna fight very
He's
He
good.
what he likes to do.
is wanting the street, clueless of
Well,
how
my
to
guess
do
is he's probably joined up with one of the
I'm going.
organizations.
I
of
would
his
do
own
it with
free will,
the benefit
but-
of giving him some
Oh yeah,
direction.
and it's not uncommon for Harkern to take random forwards that don't know how to be independent and teaching them independence.
He's in a
It's
good
going
place
to take
for it.
time, yeah.
And just learn not to make
So just
deals with Faye.
just rip it up for now. I have his character sheet on file.
I'm gonna say that all of mine are staying back and supporting the don't let people climb the thing.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
and the DMV is right there. They've got ropes they've built up that are like this maze of where
Yeah.
you're gonna walk through this line.
And all of the lines are purposely mislabeled, so after they've stood in a line for 3 hours, all it tells them is, no, you need to be in that line
They
over
have
there.
yes, and they have now serving 745, and they're on number 2.
Jeez. Okay. So you join up. You load up on the SS Lollipop,
There's
and
47
you begin
windows, 3
the
people.
climb.
47.
This
47
is so
rows.
slow.
Yeah. And who's going to be flying the spelljammer?
It's gotta be you or me.
Idra can take care of it too. She's been the one that's been handling it.
Very much as I'm volunteering.
Let's let Edra fly.
Sorry, Edra, not Idra.
She flies it already, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty skilled at flying. Now, that said, what's her spell modifier?
Edra?
Yeah,
Like arcane, or what's her spell, like, save modifier?
like attack modifier. It'll be on the last page. Top of the last page.
+7.
+7. Okay. She's gonna do a flight check real quick.
And with
Feet.
I'll die.
That's how tall these fuckers are.
Sorry?
Not even
24 feet.
Yeah, the Cloud Giants, they're huge.
As long as I don't get harpooned.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to
they're-
make sure exactly
and
what
that's their
fucking
average. So
part
it's
of the
anywhere
foot
20
I
to
reach.
20 to 30 feet is their like range. So
Yeah,
they're
Titans
they're-
are needed, kind of like
Great,
the fight
yeah.
back. Awesome.
You can be eye to eye with them.
Seduce. And
I
large.
don't like where that's going.
Whatever you need, Finley.
Large.
You're scaring me.
People are waving their white rags as you depart the city because it's a big event when you like load up and like leave with the draconic dreadnought, and the whole city sees you basically taking up the entire port of the city, lifting off with the draconic helm.
There's a huge cheer from the city. Yay! They're gone.
There's the poor Yero guy who like didn't get his card off in time. Oh fuck, I guess I'm along for the ride.
Like, wait, I'm not part of this. Just actual Euro card game.
Yeah. Like not one
Not
of
a
your
part of,
spies.
not one of mine. Like,
Just
okay.
action.
Yeah. So you begin the ascent.
The best part is Quinn
Battle
knows
Hero?
so much about your organization and just does not care.
So I'm going to be real. As you guys ascending, there's an active battle zone.
Oh yeah. And
So-
we're right in the middle of it.
Edra is going to try to do a piloting check, essentially, for flying the Spelljammer in a way that is not like, I'm attacking, or please don't look at me, because you're still a big ship, so that already grabs some eye, but you're not the only big dreadnought in this area. Because it's just dragon-sized portions in terms of what you have. But people are still looking out for Spelljammer ships, specifically when you get to a certain height.
Is there any way that I can, like, exit the ship and, like, basically help guide, like, if I'm outside and higher up, is there a way that I can, like, signal to Edra, like, oh shit, they're looking over here.
Oh,
go that
Helm's on
way.
the deck.
Follow the bouncing bunny.
The gray, pale-skinned shadow elf, essentially, the Shadowfell... Shadowkai, thank you. She looks at you and go, I got something, and she pulls out a small little sack that seems to be moving. The sack is moving with something inside of it. If you put this in your ear, we'll be able to communicate.
Yeah, sure.
She hands you a earworm, and
Okay.
she's able to communicate to you long distance, so you can fly pretty much for same plane of existence for that basically same bread of
You just have to remember to take that thing out every hour. It
It would be better if it was a hairpiece,
Okay.
because then it could be an earwig.
Oh yeah, that is true. By the way, don't let it.
It already is
Don't
a
let-
hairpiece.
Don't let it incubate.
Yeah, no, cool. So the ship moves at least as fast as I do, I assume.
I don't know if it does.
Not
I don't know if
fast.
it does straight up, but yeah, it's.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh, it goes straight up.
we left your
Okay.
AirPods off. So
Well,
you want your
It doesn't go
AirPods.
straight up
I
as
will
fast
need
as
them
it
eventually because we are
I'm
being
going to say
very loud.
no
But
for the
it's
sake
not
of
a right.
your sanity.
It's not a right
because
now
then
issue.
you're going to see spelljammers rocketing at like thousands of light years a second,
Which they're
horizontally.
not supposed to be able. They can't do that. They can do that through space.
I know. I'm talking about future storytelling in terms of like multi-directional. I'm going to say that it has to kind of go. So it's going to be in a spiral motion kind of situation for the quickest like rise as possible. Now,
Rotational
is it advisable to go quick as possible because that's going to gather more attention? That's strategy size. So you are assisting and basically scouting out. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Instead of just doing a lot.
And I'm going to say a disadvantage because of the amount of space that you have to look in order to try to not go into basically active war zones.
I am going to flip this,
Okay?
which makes the 6 become a.
13.
15.
I'm
So I
gonna.
think it adds up to 21. Yes,
There's
you
a
get
list.
15. It has to add up to 21.
There's a list, and I'm gonna double check the list. 15. So the 15 gets added to a 13, so that becomes 28.
28? Okay. I'm going to be frank, the DC was 25. So she's going to roll with advantage. Because you do see, this is where the Cloud Giants are very good. Because even though you don't see the Cloud Giants, they can see you through the clouds. It's their weird mystical capabilities of, even if there's like fog everywhere, cloud vapor, they can see as if it's like a clear, beautiful day.
Sure,
Because
but as
they
a
can see
stealthy,
the stars.
incorporeal bunny, I would assume that I still have.
Yeah, that's true, but you're trying to hide a Spelljammer head.
Right.
So it's not you that you're hiding, you're trying to find a
Okay,
route for.
cool. Sure.
Yeah.
As long as I still got her advantage, I don't care.
Yeah, you gave her advantage. So you
Someone
got
needs
it.
a luck point.
So it's no longer a natural one.
Cool. I helped.
Oh wait, there was a natural one?
Well, she rolled a natural one,
No, she didn't. Halfling luck.
but she rolled with advantage. So does that mean?
Also, doesn't that only apply to you?
Me and my friends. I took a
Oh.
feat for it.
Shared luck.
Sure.
I mean, after the amount of times that he almost died, that had to be.
That had to be something.
Let's be frank.
That's
So,
fair.
Edra is currently flying the Spelljammer Helm, going once, going twice. Anything else?
Just ascending.
Just ascending.
So, I have a quick mechanical question based on what I just
I'm just
did
holding on.
now.
That's what I do.
With the things to manipulate one die,
Okay.
if you're rolling with advantage or disadvantage, can you only manipulate the lower of them? Or, like,
I think you roll the
You
one that.
usually you roll an extra die, and you can place either one.
okay.
The feat is bountiful luck. You re-roll the one.
So shouldn't he be able to re-roll the 1?
Yeah,
in a-
technically, it doesn't say anything about advantage or disadvantage. Right?
I use a reaction to make you reroll.
Yeah, and then it gets into the argument of, and don't worry, I'm going to go with the rule pool, so I kind of like this, but you get into the argument of which die do you take. You take the higher die when you have advantage, and you take the lower die when you have disadvantage.
Right.
Do you re-roll the die that you take? That's the question.
When an ally you can see within 30 feet of you rolls a 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use reaction to let the ally re-roll the die.
It just says the one you roll.
The ally must use the new roll. And I can't use the lucky
So
reaction.
even if that one comes in lower,
Mm-hmm.
he still has to take that one.
I'll allow for now, because this is getting into the more finer details of like. Anyway, so re-rolling the natural 1, another natural 1.
You bitch.
Whoa.
I only have one reaction.
Does anyone else have what they want to share?
So
That's what I've got.
wow, I'm gonna put that die.
Who is making this roll?
The woman
Oh,
flying.
yeah, absolutely, I can. Because I thought it was for her. It's like, I'm not anywhere near her.
No.
Yeah.
She succeeded with them.
I've got 7 of them a day, so
Okay, so
What?
yeah.
7 bountiful lucks a day.
I have 7 luck rerolls a day.
I mean, what luck goddess did you kiss again?
Well, let's just say I wasn't kissing her on the mouth.
So that natural 1. Well, okay. Question: do you want me to re-roll the natural 1 or the 8? Because it's advantage. This is where it's gonna.
We rolled an 8.
Yeah. Okay. Because she would have taken the 8 and then added her stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a natural 4. She still takes the 8.
But add your stuff, which is 7, which is 15.
15. Not bad, but the DC was a 20.
Okay.
The DC was a 20 because it reduced it from 25 to 20 on your success. Gave her advantage at the same time, but unfortunately she still failed. So as she begins to crawl up, the various lightning, cloud vapor everywhere. You're getting higher and higher, thousands of feet up. 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 10 mile, 15 miles. You're looking down, and it is just a range of cloud vapor and just death upon it.
It's far enough down that I could write letters to each of my surviving kin before I hit the ground.
Correct. Yes, you're that high up, and you are passing
27's fine,
battlefields, and
19
you're
months.
staying away from locations of heavy influence of
I've never been up this high before.
yeah.
Now it's time to make sure
You've
our pints.
literally been on
I
the
love you,
moon.
man. I love you.
Don't make me lick your belly button.
You've literally been on the moon.
Yeah, but I
But
can
he was
see the
on
brown. I
the
can
moon.
see that goes on the moon.
No, but like we flew there. You
But
were
you-
in space.
But I
Whatever.
float out there. I float out there.
You die out there.
But he floats.
So that's what you're doing. Is there anything
We
you
all
are doing
float down
as you
here.
guys
Have a feather fall ring.
raise into the atmosphere?
I am playing my bandolier and
Anyone have a
playing
bench?
It's like an ethereal level of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shells in the way.
I'm questioning my life choices already.
and I'm going to cast
Done.
thaumaturgy to make it 10 times louder than it should normally be, so it carries across the battlefield and just distracts people.
Because there's, you can hear the thunderous roar of draconic arcane cannons doing salvo out of salvo, draconic roars in the distance, and chants of the voice of the sky, the song of giants that bring the wrath of the heavens and the bountiful luck of the clouds to their feet.
I'm looking at
It's
the
a
wrong
war zone out
character
there, but you don't see bodies, which is alarming because how big these things are. Yeah, you looked it up. 25, 24 feet is their average, so anywhere from 20 to 30 feet tall, these giants. And that's just the normal. These things are mythical. They can be bigger. They can be badder. And you don't hear anything as it goes quiet, eerily quiet, as you reach 15 miles into the sky. Until the front part of the helm lurches forward. As you see, a split second, for those that have higher passive perceptions in this investigation, you see giants hopping and running, like similar to parkouring across building tops, from one cloud to another, running across these vapor clouds and landing on the front part of your vessel.
Can they?
Oh, shit.
Built for a dragon, so it should be good.
Yes, Quinn?
The thing you didn't let me finish was I was casting calm emotions as I was doing this. So as long as I'm playing, I'm creating a bubble of calm emotions to calm him down, to embolden the people around me. And
Oh yeah, you can definitely do it to the crew.
But as they arrive, they have to make the save. Or
I'm gonna say you can do the crew now,
okay,
or you can. Or you're gonna you can do the crew now, but you can't do the crew now and also cast a action spell on them immediately.
Okay.
As we enter combat.
Oh, we're entering combat now?
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna try and do this so I was killing these bitches.
You know, I really wish that when I said inevitably failed, that I wasn't correct.
Yep. So
to be fair, we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't attempted diplomacy.
You're arriving.
This is
You're
self-defense.
meeting the frontline soldiers and also whoever's controlling them situation. So they've already been given the order to attack draconic vessels, which
We're on a
Lollipop.
draconic dreadnought.
yeah, exactly. So it's not out of the orthodox for them to attack that. That said, we are going to take a break here as I get the map up, and we're going to see you next time on another episode of Together Roll. Till next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling.
Bye.
Yeah.
I cannot help but notice the world is not the same as when we all got started, and we know who's to blame. No turning back now to try to be insane. For what's beyond the veil, too vivid to explain. Faceless behemoths haunt my dreams, seeking to steal my sanity. I will not stand down, won't back away, as long as you're with me. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, together we roll. I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. Together we roll. The gods look down on us, we're just a game to them. Eldritch monstrosities at their unholy whim. But we will stand up, we'll shout a battle cry. The future beckons us and we'll stand unified. There's something coming and it's coming fast.